host some pretty epic wine nights. Just ask anyone here. Not to brag, but it's probably because I have a certificate in Italian wine from when I worked in the restaurant industry. And I found that after I started learning about wine, my thirst for knowledge only deepened.
That is a fact. That is a fact. But whether you're a wine pro like her or you're a novice and want to learn more, there are tons of options out there in wine courses.
Here to take us back to school, wine school that is Natalie McLean, who offers Canada's most popular online wine classes.
Welcome back, Natalie. Come on over. Come on over with us over here.
Yes.
I have to say, I don't know a ton about wines. I know that I like to share a glass of wine or two with friends, but would you recommend this to someone that maybe doesn't know a lot and maybe just wants to find a way to socialize?
Absolutely, because the good thing about wine school is that no matter which choice you go with, the homework is liquid.
Okay.
And it's fun, so don't worry. So, Marcy, you could start off with a one-off class.
Okay.
So maybe at your local recreational department, your local liquor store, a winery, or a restaurant. That would include winemaker dinners, or maybe you can get someone to come into your home and guide you and your friends through
Oh, I like that idea.
Yes, absolutely.
That's good.
Now, I don't think anyone would complain about this, but the thing is, you said the word homework. So my first thought is, how much time are we talking about in terms of commitment, and what's the cost?
Sure. So for only a couple hours, the one-off class, you're looking at about $50, and that's going to cover the wine samples, so samples, not samples.
Okay.
But for a winemaker dinner or having someone come into your home, you're looking at about $150 to maybe $200.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this sounds right up my alley. How would a class like this, Natalie, be structured, though?
Sure. So you're not going to take a deep dive. You're just going
That's good. Okay.
You're going to focus maybe just on one particular grape or region. Think about if you were taking a Spanish course. You might conjugate some verbs like I am, I drink. So in this example, we're just looking at Merlots.
Okay.
But I still think it'll be more fun than conjugating verbs.
So these are all Merlots.
Yes, so
Okay.
give them a try, Marcy. To be a good student, I'm going to ask you to sample each one.
All of them?
Yes, you're going to have to be thorough.
Okay.
A+.
Should I drink the whole thing?
No, you don't need that. Keen, but not that keen.
Okay.
So what you're looking for, Marcy, is the differences in soil types and maybe the winemaker decisions, the weather, because we've got 3 Merlots, but they're all from different regions. So
How about I say they just taste good?
they taste good. That's good. That's a good first effort. Yeah, absolutely.
I like this one
You
better.
like this one? Yes?
I
Yeah.
do.
So you're seeing sort
This
of
one's more
differences.
dry, yes.
And the thing about wine is we get so intimidated because we only have one glass in front of us. Now, 3 glasses certainly helps, but the reason is that we're tasting side by side, and that's when the differences will really jump out at you.
Are there differences that are jumping out?
Well, this one, you know I like sweet, and they're all quite dry, but if there was a sweetest, it would be this. Am I right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Wow!
Nice and very sweet. Yes,
Natalie, I really love cooking and hosting dinner parties, and so, but I don't know a lot about food and wine pairings. I just go with the
Sure.
basics.
Sure.
So is there a course out there for me?
Yes, absolutely. So you could go with your local community college. The continuing education departments often offer courses, usually say on a weeknight from 7 to 10 p.m., where you could get that more detailed instruction.
Okay, for me, I'm busy juggling like work and home and events and all those, so the things that are a bit more flexible.
Sure. So online courses like the ones that I offer involve real-time interactive video and instruction. And so you can still cover the same content, but you're not drinking and driving, or even if you are sampling.
Right.
You're not having to find a babysitter or pay for parking. And I find, at least with my students, some of them are kind of shy to sit in a course, right? Whereas online, you can just use chat or voice only or just watch. And then finally, there are those who live in smaller towns where courses aren't offered. So online works for them too.
Well, let's talk about the cost and the length of these courses.
Sure. They're generally 5 to 10 weeks, so say 15 to 30 hours. For a community college, you're going to pay about $500. Online, about half, $200 to $300. But again, what some of my students do is they'll do it with their partner at home as a thing to do together.
That's romantic.
With a friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And it's wine. It's better than golf or something like that. So,
Okay, wine and golf.
But Natalie, how would this course differ from the basic course you just talked to?
Sure. So now we get into much broader wine styles, grapes, and so on, and fun topics like food and wine pairing.
Okay.
Yes, there you go. So in the course that I teach, I pair 25 different types of cheeses with wine.
Whoa.
So we've got 3 here as an example. So Cynthia, you're such a good student. You take a sip of the wine.
Okay.
Very good.
I got
and
it.
now we're going to take a little piece of cheese, and then we're going to go back to the wine to see how the cheese has changed the wine. And so I think you might find that the fat of the cheese is sort of softening the acidity, making the wine taste fruitier, rounder.
I'm already happier. Like
There you
Very
go.
nice.
So you start to learn which combinations work for you
Okay.
and which don't. And you can carry on with the next cheese and then the blue cheese, then circle back to the next wine and cheese and
You
so
better
on.
save me some.
No.
Okay, Natalie,
love
come
this.
on over here. It's our turn to matriculate.
Okay.
Okay, so when I go on holiday, I think about where I want to eat and what I want to drink. So I think it'd be really cool to plan like a gastro vacation with the girlfriends, and you're like traveling around and you're sampling all this. But before I do that, in the planning stages, how hard am I going to have to study? Like how much wine schooling do I need?
So if you want to take it to the next level for something like this, your post-intro course, so you've taken some sort of basic course, and then you can look to those community colleges again,
Okay.
or online. We each have tiered courses. So maybe you want to focus on the region you want to visit, say all about France, for
Right.
instance, and take it, again, to a more advanced level.
And so I'm not like the most studious student. So can I part-time this?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
got
absolutely.
it.
So part-time, full-time, and once you get post-intro in college courses, you're looking at about $600 to $900 per course.
Okay.
Online, about half of that same content, and again,
Are
you
there
can have it.
tests?
Yes. But they're liquid too. They're liquid too. So don't worry, don't worry. But then you get to sort of decide which region you want to visit, which
Okay, got
wineries
it.
you like, that sort of thing.
Okay, so how do those courses kind of go deeper? Like, is that the way?
Yes, exactly. So, for instance, we have 3 wines from one producer, I should say, but they're all from small subregions within southern France. So you're going to start the differences that the soil types can make and that sort of thing, and sort of map
Really
the
drill
taste
down.
exactly to
Yeah.
the contours of your own palate, and then you know when you go there,
Okay.
where do I want to go? What do I want to visit? What do I
Right.
want to drink? Most importantly,
What do you want to bring home?
exactly, exactly.
You gonna taste it?
Yeah, am I
Yes,
drinking
yes,
here?
yes,
Okay,
please, yes.
great.
It's not all
this
theory.
is like a different region.
Exactly. This
Okay.
is all southern France, all the same producer, but different little sub-regions. The vines are planted in different sub-regions.
That's a beautiful region. It's very
Excellent.
nice. I
There
would
you
like to go there.
Problem solved.
I would like to go here too.
Just to be sure. Just do you want to go to the?
I don't know. Am I going to want to go here?
Let's see. Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay. Now, Natalie, I don't know if you heard me mention before, but I have my certificate in Italian wine. So I'm a little more refined, shall we say, than these girls who drink juice boxes. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But for someone who maybe, has worked in the industry and has tasted
Sure.
lots of different wines, how can we sort of further our education?
Absolutely. So I see your Italian certificate. I'm going to raise you a sommelier diploma, Jill. Okay. So, dueling spittoons.
No, take it to her. Take it to her.
No.
What does that involve?
So you can take your education further and become a full-fledged sommelier if you want. You can take courses to
I'm already so annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. Oh my God, you guys would kill me.
Don't do that when you're drinking. Yes. Okay, so but you can take your course to the full completion and get a diploma in a sommelier program. You could even study to be a master of wine or master sommelier. Takes years of study, thousands of dollars, and the pass rate is about 10%.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I imagine these courses are like a huge financial
Yes.
investment and a huge time investment. So how do you choose the program?
Yeah, well, it depends on your goals and what do you want to do. So, for instance, if you wanted to work at a winery, you might go to a university program and get a 4-year enology degree and become a winemaker. Or you could take an MBA with the focus on wine, and it's structured like an MBA program, but all the case studies are wine. So it depends on what you want to do. Be a sommelier, work in winery management, make wine.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of advanced nuances are we talking about, when you're dealing with a comprehensive program like this?
Sure. So we're looking at 3 very different grapes here, very obscure. So we've got not the badge name grapes like Cabernet and Chardonnay. We've got Albarino, Viognier, Cortese.
Oh, this is like
Wow.
Yes, exactly. And it's not just about tasting them. It's about tasting them blind, meaning you don't see the label. So can you guess which is which? The vintage, the weather that year.
Look at the way
Look
she's
at her. She's
doing
taking
it.
it very seriously. Oh my God. Teacher's pet
So you
over
have
here.
to guess. You have to guess all those details, like the
Absolutely.
region and the weather. Okay.
And are you getting any
All
rains
right.
in September there?
Give her her
Yeah?
test. Give her her exam.
Yes. Which is which, Jess?
Yeah, which is which, Jess?
It rained on October 24th, 2015.
Thank you so much. We had so much fun, Jess. I can't even. Thank you for being here. We will have all these tips posted on our website after the show. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a couple of minutes. Cheers.
Up next, the author of Slow on why you should give up the fast lane and stop keeping up with the Joneses.